It's Mr. Langhorn signing into Biology Corner. This is going to be our second lesson. As you know, first lesson, we talked about all the total body systems in our human body. We broke down the functions, we broke down the structures. But today, we're going to be breaking down the digestive system. And as you can see on top, it says Journey of an Ice Cube Hoagie. I'm going to be eating an ice cube hoagie. You're going to watch the journey as it goes through my whole digestive system. I mean, like on the inside of my body. You're going to see it going through my digestive system. And then we're going to take some notes on the several steps of the digestive system. When you put out your objective today, I didn't put it on the Prezi, but when you put out your objective today, I want you to list your objective as students will be able to learn the steps of the digestive system. Once again, students will be able to learn the steps of the digestive system. So let's go upstairs, eat this ice cube hoagie, and see how it tastes in my digestive system. So as I said before, got my bread. This is my hoagie bread. I'll load that thing up with these ice cubes. See, times is hard, man. Times is hard. And we're going to take a nice little hearty bite. I got this. Oh, okay, so eating an ice cube hoagie, and it's going to go through the process of in my digestive system. So I'm going to be eating an ice cube hoagie, and it's going to go through the process of my digestive system. Jesus. Yeah. I should have broke the ice up a little bit. Okay, one more bite.
Next, special glands under the tongue pump out saliva. It helps break down the food. Saliva also lubricates the food on its 12-hour, 4-meter journey through the gut. It'll pass from the stomach into the small intestine and finally the large intestine.
Okay, now I felt it go down, so it's probably in my esophagus, and it's going down by that process called peristalsis, which is a involuntary muscle that just contracts the food down into the stomach. So it takes about a couple of seconds.
Waves of contracting muscle keep our food moving throughout the journey in a process called peristalsis. The contractions are so powerful, we can even eat upside down.
Okay, I should be in my stomach now, and those acids should be taking care of the bread and the ice cubes and everything. They should be breaking it down at this point.
Food enters the stomach through a hole at the top. The stomach is a bag of muscle. It churns, squashes and squeezes the food into liquid. At the same time, acid breaks down the food. The acid is so corrosive, the stomach continually coats its interior walls with mucus for protection. Without it, stomach ulcers would form.
Okay, I think it should be in the small intestine by now. Yeah, small intestine. I'm gonna have to come back after a couple hours, all right?
The stomach squeezes the broken down food through a tiny hole called the pyloric sphincter. The food enters the small intestine, a 3.5 meter coil of tube. This is where we absorb most of the nutrients. First, the pancreas pumps out a juice that neutralizes the stomach acid. Then bile from the liver breaks down the fats into tiny droplets. Smaller droplets are easier for the intestine to absorb.
Okay, I think it's in the large intestine. Yeah, it should be in the large intestine now. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're almost there.
What's left enters the large intestine through this, the ileocecal sphincter. It's a valve that prevents our food going back. There are few nutrients left to absorb now. The large intestine's main job is to extract water. What remains is a mixture of waste food, dead cells, and lots of bacteria.
Okay, it's been the second day, and I think that ice cube sandwich is ready to be released. So I'll be back.
Finally, after about 12 hours, we expel what remains of the meal.
So after you just saw that process of the digestive system inside of my digestive system, eating an ice cream sandwich, we're going to take some notes. Notes going to be really quick today. I didn't make them long. You're only going to have one question on the left. On the left-hand side of your corner notes, it's going to say steps to the digestive system. All right, that's going to be your one question. All right, go ahead, director. Okay, first you start in the mouth. So your teeth, my teeth tore and grinded the food into small pieces. Then you have enzymes in saliva that kill some pathogens and start to break down carbohydrates. That usually takes in the process about 1 minute, unless you're eating some tough steak or something like that. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so that's basically your mouth right there. It's an oval-shaped cavity inside the skull, has many parts that make up the mouth, such as the teeth and the tongue. Let's go to the next one. Remember, you can pause. If I'm going too fast, you can pause and write down the notes, but I'm just trying to not make my video too long. Next slide. All right, number 2, you got your esophagus. So now the grinding up food travels from the mouth through the esophagus and then into the stomach. Food is squeezed through by peristalsis. Remember, that is the process that actually grinds down your food. It's a muscle contraction that's so strong that you can even eat upside down. All right, that takes about 2 to 3 seconds. What does that look like? All right, so the esophagus is about 8 inches long and is lined by moist pink tissue called mucosa. All right, so that's what it looks like if you would cut it open. All right, let's go to the next slide. Number 3, now you have your stomach. Now the food's inside your stomach. You have muscle contractions that produce a churning motion that breaks up food, forms a liquid mixture called chyme or chyme. Some people call it chyme, some people call it chyme. Protein digestion, that's where it begins in the stomach. Remember, you have a bunch of acids in your stomach. They are so powerful that your stomach is coated with a lining. If that coating breaks, that's how people get ulcers, because now the acid is burning through your stomach. All right, so that's why we have those acids in there. What does that look like? All right, stomach is a muscular organ located on the left side of the upper abdomen. Ridges of muscle tissue called rugae line the stomach. That's what it looks like if you were to cut it open inside. All right, next slide. Next part of the journey is the small intestine. Chyme is slowly released into the small intestine. Bile, which is made in the liver, is released from the gallbladder into the small intestine. Bile aids in fat digestion. Enzymes from the pancreas complete digestion. Nutrients are absorbed through the small intestine wall, and this takes about 3 to 5 hours. So now your body is absorbing all the nutrients that it needs to get out of the food through that small intestine. Now let's see where the next journey. What does that look like? Small intestine is a tube which is 6 meters long. 6 meters long, fit inside of your digestive system. That's amazing in itself. It's an intestinal tube which is 6 meters long and 1 inch wide. It has the villi, and the villi are carpet-like fingers inside the small intestine that help absorb those nutrients. Next. Next slide. Next one is the large intestine. The large intestine absorbs water and undigested material moves through and is eliminated from the body. This is the longest process. It takes about 10 hours to several days based on how fast your digestive process moves. Remember, everybody's different. What does that look like? All right, so the large intestine is 5 feet long and 3 inches in diameter. It's a long tube running from the small intestine to the anus. So remember, your small intestine will be located on the inside of your large intestine. So it goes from there into your large intestine, goes through, and now we get to the end. Next slide. Next stage is your rectum. No, the next part? That sounds wrong. That should be the next part. The rectum is the final segment of the large intestine that connects the colon to the anus. It stores fecal matter produced in the colon until the body is ready to eliminate the waste through the process of defecation. What does that look like? All right, the rectum is a hollow muscular tube about 8 inches, 20 centimeters in length, and 2.5 inches in diameter. The rectum is a hollow muscular tube about 8 inches in length and 2.5 inches in diameter. That's what it looks like. Let's go to the last process, the number 2. The anus. The anus is the final part of the digestive tract. This is where any of the remaining food and liquids are now disposed of and comes out as poop, and you are relieved because now your body is free of the ice cube sandwich. Any proteins, any nutrients have already been absorbed. All waste matter is released in your number 2. And that is our digestive system. The next system we're going to be tackling is going to be the brain, the most important system, the nervous system out of all the body systems, keeping everything working. And we're going to break that down next. I hope you enjoyed today's Biology Corner. I will see you next time. I'm Mr. Langhorn signing off.